Only two of them.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to the July 11th, 2023 Hempstead Town Board meeting. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Supervisor Clavin.
I am here.
Councilman Dunn.
Here.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller.
Here.
Councilman Muscarella.
Present.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Here.
And I'm going to ask Councilwoman Miller to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise, place your hand over your heart.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yep. Morning. All right. Madam Clerk, would you please call the first public hearing?
Yes, we have a proposed local law regarding regulations and restrictions to limit parking in Oceanside.
Okay, any member of the board wish to be heard on this? I do not have any slips. Anybody, member of the public wish to be heard on item number one? If not, may I please have a motion?
I move that the public hearing be closed and the board adopt the item.
Second.
Supervisor,
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
We have a proposed local law regarding parking or standing prohibitions in Levittown and Seaford.
Okay, and member of the board wish to be heard? I do not have any slips on item number two. Anybody wish to be heard on item number two that did not sign in, please let me know. If not, may I please have a motion?
I move the public hearing be closed and the board adopt the item.
Second motion.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
We have a proposed local law regarding arterial stops in Franklin Square, Merrick, North Valley Stream, Seaford, near Valley Stream, and Woodmere.
Any member of the board wish to be heard? I do not have any slips on item number three. Anybody wishes to be heard on item number three that did not sign in? If not, may I please have a motion?
I move the public hearing be closed and the board adopt the item.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
We have a proposed local law regarding head-in parking only in East Meadow.
Any member of the board wish to be heard? I do not have any slips on item number four. Anybody wishes to be heard on item number four that did not sign in? If not, may I please have a motion?
I move the public hearing be closed and the board adopt the item.
Second motion.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
We have a proposed handicap parking in public streets in Uniondale.
Okay, member of the board wish to be heard? And have any slips on item number five? Anybody wish to be heard on item number five did not sign in? All right, may I please have a motion?
I move that the board,
You all right? Want some water? You all right? You sure? Okay. Yeah. You for the motion?
I couldn't help that. I move that the board moves the resolution and pass it.
Second it.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the administrative calendar.
On the administrative calendar today, we have items 6 through 44.
Okay, any member of the board wish to be heard on the administrative calendar? I do have a couple of slips on the administrative calendar. We'll start with signing in with Pearl Jacobs. Morning, Ms. Jacobs, if you give me your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Pearl Jacobs, Uniondale. Item 6, Uniondale. I would like to know the address of this, location of this home
Okay,
or this building.
just identify yourself, that'd be great.
Morning Supervisor, members of the board, Dan Leo, Deputy Commissioner of the Building Department. Could you repeat the question, please?
On item number 6, she's looking for the address of the property in Uniondale.
Which, we've got several.
Uniondale, it says item 6, right? I
Item
think
6,
there's one
we
in
have
Uniondale.
several.
Well,
Are you-
what
Are you
we-
referring to 581 Emerson in Uniondale?
4. Is it 4 in
Yeah,
Uniondale?
she's looking for the address, so why don't you just give her
Looking
the
for the
address?
addresses or the properties, please, and thank you.
That's good.
The four in Uniondale.
Yeah. John, you have them?
Yeah, I'm looking at 581 Emerson. Right, that's what I had mentioned. 581 Emerson, we have 897 Front Street, which was an issue of graffiti, which was taken care of, and 1065 Front Street in Uniondale, which was an open and abandoned. A car had gone into a building, and on the first one with 581 Emerson, there was a hole in the front yard, which was taken care of, and an in-ground pool, which was removed.
Okay, and we do have an issue. I know, I've spoken with the buildings about this, 576 Uniondale Avenue. It's a blighted,
Is that on the administrative calendar, or is that?
well,
a
no,
separate-
but
Oh,
576 Uniondale Avenue, we wish that signage would, that those signage would be removed from that location. Item number 16, ratifying and confirming the purchase of event cancellation rain insurance for the town of Hempstead. Salute to veterans in concert and fireworks display on July 1st. Now, I was here in June, and I spoke regarding the outrageous use of, and I don't call them fireworks, I call them explosives, in the town of Hempstead and Nassau County. Now, this is a salute to veterans. This is so hypocritical to me because you're saluting veterans with fireworks and explosives that go on for 6 months out of the year here in the town of Hempstead. Veterans that have fought and sacrificed their lives for our country. I'll wait till you finish.
No, you can keep going.
I'll wait
Ms.
till you
Brown. No, you can keep going. We're listening to you.
Okay, I don't like the disrespect when you.
No one disrespecting you
Okay.
at all, but that's okay.
Veterans who have lost their lives, fought for our country, come back to their homeland, and they have to listen to these explosive fireworks that permeate our communities. I see you, Supervisor Clavin, on Shark Patrol at the beaches, and that's fine, okay? But people choose to swim in the waters with sharks, okay? And I do not want anyone to get hurt. You have the drones, you're looking for the sharks, that's good. You're trying to help the people enjoy their summer. But why don't you help the people enjoy their summer who pay their taxes, the residents who pay these high taxes in Uniondale, who can't eat, or not even in Uniondale, across the town of Hempstead, across Nassau County, who pay these high taxes, the third highest taxes in the nation, who cannot enjoy their backyards, who cannot enjoy their summers because they're listening to these explosive fireworks the whole time, okay? The whole summer, they cannot enjoy. They start in May and they go through October. So almost a 6 months time frame that these explosive fireworks are shot off through in our communities, and our veterans, our animals, our dogs and cats who, they suffer from, fear of these loud noises and explosions, our elderly, our people with heart condition, our veterans. You need to do something about these fireworks. And our police are doing what they're supposed to do, but they need stronger laws. They need laws with teeth. And they
Okay,
need
thank you, Ms. Jacobs.
more
Just so you know, most residents choose not to swim with sharks. This is number 16's relation to the fireworks show that was presented to our veterans where people were not had a mandatory attendance. They could voluntarily come down, and I'm happy to report, and great works by our Parks Commissioner. We had 10,000 people who came down to enjoy not only the fireworks, but they enjoyed the concert of Casey and the Sunshine Band. It was a fun time had by all. Councilman Muscarella was there very late, and we appreciate it as always. And next I'm going to call up Felix Bracacci. Hi, Mr. Bracacci. If you give me your name and address for the record, thank you.
Felix Bracacci, Franklin Square. Items 14, 15, 34, and 35 all reference agreements. I didn't see any agreements in the resolutions. Are there written agreements for these resolutions, and did they or will they be signed by the Parks Commissioner?
John, the town attorney, are there written agreements?
There are written agreements that will be signed by the Parks Commission.
Okay, thank you.
So, where are these written agreements? Why aren't they in the resolutions, you know?
I believe there was, there should have been some of them up there, but Mr. Bacacci, if you ask my office, we'll provide them to you. I see Commissioner Zangler here. He'll get me those documents and we'll get them to you.
Okay, because I don't want you to say that I foil too much when, you know, this should be part of the documents, because you can't really
I don't think you
discuss
said
them.
anything about foiling just now. I just think you said you'd get to the
I
documents.
understand that, but...
I'm saying you brought up
yeah.
foiling. I don't know what had to do with the other.
Don, please, you know...
Mr. Bracacci,
you get
yes.
a bit ridiculous.
Mr. Bracacci, you were asking about
Thank
agreements,
you.
and then you were talking
Thank
about
you.
foils. I was
Thank
trying
you.
to understand
Okay.
your mindset.
Item number 23.
Yes, sir.
There's a proposal. Once again, the proposal is not in the resolutions. Can I get that also?
Absolutely.
And in the future, when you have agreements, you know, that spend taxpayer money, it would be helpful and within, in accordance with the law to provide those agreements so people could review them, you know, because I like to see what we're getting for our money when I see an agreement, not only how much it's going to be spent, but, you know, the conditions under those agreements. So it'd be helpful if you do that in the future.
Thanks for the advice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bracacci, as always. Next, I have Ms. Meraday. Good morning. Name and address for the record. Thank you.
Good morning. It's still morning, isn't it? You have my name. You just said it, so it's already on the record. So we'll go with that for now. Like, where does one begin in this era of rollbacks and setbacks and dropbacks? We're here once again to address the issues that are impacting our residents. Oh, I'm sorry. We're here to address the special interests of our elected officials that don't address the interests of our residents. Item of concern, since you're not looking at me, I don't have to necessarily look at you. I can look at the people who voted most of you in, you know, after many of you got appointed and then just kind of used the power of promotion to maintain that position. But I'm just always interested when we talk about resolutions and authorizing purchases. Love the fact that we got that event cancellation at Rain Insurance for the salute to veterans, but we still limit the support system on a daily basis for our veterans. And why is that? We brag about the number of veterans that we have here in the town of Hempstead, but yet and still 1 in 4 are still homeless. The VA just put out a notification that there's a spike in veteran suicide at 25%, when we were already talking about at least 44 veterans either attempt or actually commit suicide. Just yesterday, 3 men, not sure if they were veterans, but 3 men jumped in front of subway train in New York City. We have a problem. We have a problem. I'm standing before a delegation that does not represent me or my interests. And now the Supreme Court is saying that I don't have a right to challenge that based upon the discriminatory practices for over 400 years that have impacted me as a person of color and a woman. We have a problem. So before anybody tells me that this is not what I'm here to talk about, you're wrong. Before anybody tells me that I need to speak about a specific issue when the issue is not going to get addressed anyway, you're wrong. So the fact that I'm standing here with combat boots on, just to let you know, the residents are getting ready. You may not see them here because they still have to work their 2 and 3 jobs. And I'm just very disappointed, not surprised, that the lone representation that you have with the 3 titles sitting there had yet to speak about an issue that put her in that same position. She's got now job insecurity, like the rest of us. I know my
Okay,
time
thank you,
is
Ms.
up,
Meriday.
and I will
Obviously,
take my
there was.
seat.
Thank you, Ms. Meriday. Thanks for not addressing anything in the administrative calendar. Does anybody else have
I
and
did
not sign
address
in
the
that wishes?
administrative calendar.
I know that Ms. Chase, you signed in. Thank you so much, Ms. Chase. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Chase. If you give your name and address for the record, thank you.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Chase. I'm from the hamlet of Lakeview.
How you doing?
Some of the residents, NAACP, we have concerns about the landscape maintenance, overgrown trees, grass, and weeds located on the intersection of Peninsula Boulevard and Lakeview Avenue. North and south side of the street, it's just really overrun and unkept. It was where the Living with the Bay project was, and it needs to be maintained. It's just really horrific. Trees overgrown, and a sidewalk should be on the south side of the street. But people, people have to walk into the street. Also, I'm concerned with the blight on Eagle Avenue and Woodfield Road. I don't know what's going on there. It was an apartment and unfortunately building that burnt down. And right now, all sorts of junk construction is in this yard. I guess they bought the property, but it looks horrific for the beginnings of a residential area. It's just horrible. Also, there's a strip of stores. Half of them are occupied and the other half, it's just empty. And the owner does not keep the property up. I just wish that you would look into the situation. I don't know why. It just seems odd that in the middle of an African-American neighborhood that's really pretty nice, all of a sudden it's blight. And I would just wish you would look into it. Thank you.
Sure, no problem. First off, my building commissioner right there is going to follow you in the back, and we're going to have somebody go down and take a look at that property. Is anybody here from Highway? Okay, Peninsula Boulevard is a county road, right? And Lakeview is I think they're both county roads, so we'll reach out to the county to find out if they can clean up that area. And I know the state did work down there, and they were a little messy. I did notice that myself. So maybe we could follow up and ask the county to trim the trees and maintain their roads so they're nicer in that area. All right? Thank you. I don't have any other slips on the administrative calendar. Anybody who did not sign in wishes to be heard? Okay, if not, may I please have a motion?
I move the administrative calendar from 6 through 44.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder.
Aye.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilwoman Miller?
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella?
Aye.
Councilwoman Ryder?
Aye.
Okay, now that the formal town board meeting has been adjourned, the town board will remain to listen to the comments of residents, and we'll start off with Felix Procacci.
Felix Procacci, Franklin Square. On June 25th, 2004, 19 years ago, the Floral Park Dispatch ran a story titled, Hempstead Town Memorializes President Ronald Reagan. Here are some passages from the article. Hempstead Town Supervisor Kate Murray, along with the town board, hosted a memorial program in honor of the nation's 40th president, Ronald Wilson Reagan. During the ceremony, Supervisor Murray reflected on the manner in which President Reagan brought a renewed sense of civility to public service and trust in government. The ceremony took place in the town hall courtyard, which the supervisor is proposing to be named Ronald Reagan Plaza. Who would have guessed 16 years later this town board would unanimously vote to rename this space without even acknowledging the former president they purport to care so much about? Renewing trust in government requires that government officials be honest and transparent. On April 24th, I foiled a dog training agreement ratified by the town board on February 28th. On May 22nd, I received a response from the FOIL officer that requested documents could not be provided within the 20-day period required by FOIL, and a more reasonable date would be May 30th. On June 12th, I received a reply from the town which contained just the resolution published by the town prior to the February 28th board meeting. So to be clear, the town delayed responding to my FOIL request only to provide me with a document I did not ask for that was available online for the last 3 months. Taking the town's response at face value, there is no written agreement with the dog trainer vendor. In substance, all the resolution says is the town agreed to pay the vendor not more than $3,500, but did not provide the rate of pay, certifications required by the vendor, or if the vendor had to carry his own insurance. If this is true, these questions come to mind. What was the vendor's rate of pay? What certifications were required by the vendor? Did the vendor have to carry insurance? And why wasn't there a written agreement with the vendor? I understand these questions cannot be answered during this period for reasons never fully explained by our town officials, but who can I meet with after the meeting to discuss these issues? Can I meet with somebody afterwards?
Mr. Procacci, you've been coming here talking for a long time, so where's your opportunity to be
other
heard?
people, you say you can meet with other people. They can meet
Mr.
after the meeting.
Supervisor, I'm aware of this.
No, John. Please. No, Ms. Meredith, please stop screaming out there. You have your opportunity to speak. That's it, Mr. Procacci. We're listening to you. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, I'm asking to talk to someone about this.
We'll take it under advisement.
Why can't I talk to someone like other people get to talk to someone?
No, okay. Thank you. Have a great one. Next, I have Pilar Garcia. Hi, good morning, Ms. Garcia. Your name and address for the record?
Pilar Garcia, 35 Long Lane in Levittown.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. The reason why I'm here is because I'm a retired police officer in New York City, and I've been paying my taxes in New York and Long Island, and I find myself, since I've been retired, noticing that there's so many people living without paying taxes, having multiple people living in one house. And these places are in Uniondale, particularly a house in 382 Maple Grove in Uniondale. And the house is completely filled with people and also animals, many, many animals, and I feel like it's time for me to say something. They're hoarding people, they're hoarding everything in that house and also the animals. And I'm afraid eventually there's going to be something, a fire, something happening. There's a lot of lives that are at stake there. That's the reason why I'm here. Straight and simple.
Okay. First, I want to thank you for your service. I'm going to ask you to stick around. I know one of our building commissioners is outside. If the councilwoman's assistant right there, if you raise your hand, that's the deputy supervisor's assistant. She's going to do the follow-up with you right now, and we'll get the address, and we'll work with the building department. And thank you very much for identifying. We appreciate it. Again, thank you for your service. Next, I have Pearl Jacobs. That's okay. You don't have to say anything out loud. Good afternoon. Oh, still good morning, Ms. Jacobs. If you could just give your name and address for the record.
Jacobs, Uniondale. I hope you received my email over the weekend. You read it yesterday, hopefully, and I'm just going to read it here for public record. I and many other Uniondale residents are against the proposed casino at the Nassau County Hub. A casino will have a negative impact upon Uniondale's quality of life and the quality of life for all Nassau residents. A casino would not be good for our environment. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation has designated Uniondale as a community that is disproportionately affected by pollution and climate change. A casino at the Nassau Hub would dramatically increase traffic on Hempstead Turnpike, causing increased health, safety, and environmental concerns. Hempstead Turnpike is listed as one of the most unsafe roads for pedestrians in the tri-state and consistently ranks in the top 5 of the most dangerous roadways in New York State year after year. With the additional traffic that a casino would generate, Hempstead Turnpike would very likely take first prize for the New York State's most dangerous roadway. Increased traffic would result in increased pollution. The further deterioration of Uniondale's air quality would become an even greater cause for concern. And data indicates that minority youth in Nassau County have a substantially higher number of asthma-related hospitalizations than that of Caucasian and Asian youth that reside in Nassau County. Constructing a casino at the Nassau Hub in Uniondale's backyard, a community that has been identified by New York State as a community that is disproportionately affected by air quality and climate change, would be perceived as environmental racism. It is a fact that our current infrastructure will not support the increased traffic that a casino would bring, as Nassau County has very few alternative roadways to alleviate traffic congestion on its main roadways. The Meadowbrook Parkway prohibits commercial vehicles, buses, and trucks. Where will all the additional traffic go? In addition to our air quality, there is great concern for our sole source aquifer. Currently, there is no up-to-date information regarding the quality of available uses of our water supply, as the town of Hempstead has the responsibility to conduct the environmental impact study for the proposed project at the Nassau Hub. And given the fact that Uniondale has been identified by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation as a community that is disproportionately affected by air pollution and climate change, it is imperative that the environmental impact study be conducted in a fair and transparent manner. The residents of Uniondale, the surrounding communities, and the 40,000 students that attend Hofstra University, Nassau Community College, Uniondale Charter School, Kellenberg Memorial High School, the students that visit Museum Row, and Memorial Sloan Kettering patients deserve to live, learn, and receive medical treatment in a safe, healthy, and untroubled environment. I do have this picture, Councilwoman Goolsbee, where you were with Boys to Men, and you and Celia Bino were together. That's great, beautiful picture. I love your red. But
all right, that's a good note to end it on. Well, thank you, Ms. Jacobs. Next, we'll call up Ms. Jacobs. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, James Jacobs, thank you. All righty. I'm glad you had a good time at the concert. They had about like 40,000 people. That's awesome. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Jacob? How you doing, Mr. Jacobs? Good morning to you. If you give your name and address for the record, that would be fantastic.
Good morning, Supervisor Don X. Cleveland.
Thank you very much.
Supervisor Goolsbee, that was a nice picture you had at the concert. My question is basically to you and the town attorney. When you do have the thing come before you first, the casino, first EPA, environmental protection impact, would that be a public meeting where everybody could attend? Would that be a private
Mr. Jacobs, on anything that will involve the casino or apparently the hospital that wants to build there, everything is going to be open. We're going to have public hearings. We'll have everybody coming down.
Will everybody be duly notified in a timely fashion? Because I know some.
Yeah, no, will be. We're going to absolutely let you know. And I said to you, we'll have an open public meeting.
May I speak?
You asked a question. I was trying to help you answer.
I know, but my thing is that try not to over-talk no one. Try to be respectful, but hey.
But I was trying to be respectful, give you an answer.
Excuse me. Let me just finish, please. We're going to ask because sometimes things that, like, certain things happen that they make an adjournment on or something of a statement, and then nothing happened after the fact. Because I look at things happening in Uniondale, vacant lots and things of that nature. And I just want to make sure that there will be a public hearing so all participants can put their opinion into that.
Yes.
All right, thank you. But we will have a notification, right? Mailing or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll let us know in a timely fashion, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Have a great day. Next, I'm going to call up Elaine Priester. Morning, Ms. Priester. If you give me a name and address for the record.
This is Priester Uniondale.
Thank you.
I'm going to speak on democracy. Okay, now, it's supposed to be a democracy for all people to have their say. But it seems that it's not like that. It seems like it's a dictatorship. We're supposed to sit down and listen to everything that somebody dictates to us, which is not fair. And as far as it's concerned now, Mr. Mascarella, I appreciate what you did for picking up all the trash that was over near the Old Country Road there. I appreciate it. It looks good. And another thing for Mrs. Gooseby, I'd like to say, you see, we do, some of those people that you assume that comes out the ghetto, we do look out for our community, which is the whole of Nassau, not only Uniondale, but the whole of Nassau County. And thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Next, I have Lisa Ortiz. Good morning, Ms. Ortiz. If you give your name and address for the record.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Ortiz, and I am from Lakeview. I am here today to speak about some concerns that residents within Lakeview have expressed to myself and some other members from the Lakeview Civic Association. One of the concerns we have is for the Peace Garden. The lights have been out for about 2 years, and we would like to find out if there is a plan to replace the light bulbs on the street. We have a few roads that are in need of repair and maintenance. There was the Living with the Bays project that occurred in our area where all of these beautiful sidewalks and streetscapes were put in. However, they're not being maintained. The weeds are over 4 feet tall, and we wanted to make sure that those are actually going to be maintained. We have, and I can give you some streets so you have a point of reference. The first street is going to be on Main Avenue and between Langdon Boulevard and Peninsula Boulevard. We have the islands that go down Langdon Boulevard. They started the project last year, and they said they were going to come back to complete it. However, they never came back to finish it. So we have about 3 islands that have not been completed. We also have residents who requested a sidewalk on a very dangerous street on Tanglewood Road, closer towards Ocean Avenue. There's a very bad curve there. You cannot see, and people do walk up and down that street, but it's extremely dangerous, especially at nighttime, for there not to be a sidewalk there. We also had complaints about the new storage site that has not been zoned for storage of vehicles at the intersection of Eagle Avenue and Woodfield Road. There have been tons of commercial vehicles parked there. I've called myself, I've foiled, I've asked for information, and we have not gotten any updates as to what is actually happening at that site. But now the cars, originally they started in just the building that burned down, but it has now expanded up until right before the new construction or masonry shop. And then our last question would be when our pools will be upgraded. We did send over an email asking for an update as to when the pools will be updated. We do know that Echo Pool was recently updated, but our community has been requesting for some shading for the benches and we would like to see either a splash pad, a water slide, or something in the pool area.
Okay. Just so you know, I guess who's the county legislator over there? Do you know?
That's Celia by now.
Okay, I'll have to reach out to Celia because the Peace Garden is actually run by the county. So,
But it's maintained by the town.
no, we'll double.
That's the agreement, because we started.
I'll be happy to check on you. That's fine. I know that Living by the Bays was a state program. The roads you pointed out were partial state and partial county. I know the deputy supervisor was saying that, and I know that the Tanglewood Road, if I'm not mistaken, is a county road as well. And I'm happy to have my Parks Commissioner get your name and address after to talk to you about some of the ideas of the park. I know that we just put in the pickleball down there too, and I know you had gotten some upgrades, and we're happy to work with you on it.
I thought it was going to be the tennis courts were going to be redone, not changed into pickleball courts, because the tennis courts are used by residents.
Okay, well, like I said, you'd see it from the papers. We get inundated with requests, and so you can talk to the Parks Commissioner about it. Right now, he'll take your name and number, happy, but I will reach out to the county and the state about those roads. But the one thing I will tell you that I'm concerned about, even though it's a county road, I know you made the comment about the Eagle Avenue and the storage facility there, and I will tell you I'll have our building department go out there and check on that. Okay? The other ones, look, and I get it. If there is an agreement we're supposed to do the lights or something like that, I'm happy to do it. But when it comes to some of the state stuff or putting a sidewalk on the county road, your legislator is a really nice person to work with, and we'll be happy to work with her.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
No problem. Next, I have Ms. Meriday. Ms. Meriday, it's your opportunity to speak. Your name and address, please. Thank you.
Wait, hello, I'm not 6. I kind of know what to do. Meta J. Meriday, where does one begin again with regard to this situation? There's no point, again, since you made your sidebar comment about me not addressing the admin calendar. What's the point? You have a number of items here, 29 and 30, that talk about an emerging contaminant issue on a water system that's going to be further challenged with the environmentally unjustified casino. You got lack of diversity. Resolution number 24, establishing a panel of engineering consulting firms. You're going to have the same people, okay? It's all about donor-based. It's not based upon the interest of the voters. Same with 35, authorizing the ratification and affirmation of various teacher-lecturer agreements. Who are you looking at to be these teachers and lecturers? You're not looking in the community as diversity. So what's the point in talking about an admin calendar? Now, the other issue, we have communities where we have our young people who go to other communities and they get terrorized. But hey, it's only Roosevelt, right? So when they go into other communities, no one says much about it. But if those two communities came into Roosevelt, there would be a big stink. Well, guess what? I'm a proud resident, born and raised in Roosevelt. I care about the students in those communities, in the Roosevelts, the Hempsteads, the Uniondales. If no one wants to raise their voice who's supposed to represent their interests, I will. The water quality issue. I fought against the rate hikes. I went to those meetings. Where was my elected officials? Nowhere to be seen. You have an opportunity now to address those issues with Liberty now trying to raise water rates on our residents, including our seniors and our veterans. Where are our elected officials? Nowhere to be seen, except now you want to run around and jump behind all of these promotions to get yourself reelected, and you're not representing my interests. So yeah, I got my boots on. I'm ready. Bad back, 4 herniated discs and all, and I'm ready. And we need to get other residents to step up, because just because you think the issues that are impacting one particular class is impacting all of us. Over 1 million African Americans served in World War II, thinking that they were fighting for victory in Europe, in Japan, as well as victory at home, just to get screwed over. This is America's first suburb, but it's still, according to CEOs on Wall Street, the most segregated community in the country. Guess what? We shall not be moved. We still learned how to read and write under the cover of darkness and death. Don't think a few decisions by some age-old conservatives are going to change us now. And yes, I used my time, and I'll sit down now because I'm ready.
I don't have any other slips of anybody who would like to be heard in the public comment. If not, I would tell everybody to have a wonderful day and stay cool and enjoy your July. Thank you all very, very much.